Welcome to the Fireside Fables. I am Marcus, and I'm here to introduce you to today's episode. Today, I wanted to stop real quick and give a shout out to Bring the Ember on Spotify. They're the artist that has helped us with the intro and the outro music, which I very much enjoy. I like to rock out to that every once in a while. And yeah, make sure you hop on there, show him some love, follow him. If you're into heavy rock or screamo, you'll definitely love it over there. So without further ado, please enjoy today's episode.
Welcome back to the Fireside Fables podcast. I am excited to record this. I had an idea for how to start this, and then I forgot as I was speaking. Perfect. Oh, but we were talking on our little break about some of the video games and epic board games as well that we've been playing. John and I are big board gamers in particular, and we've got this one called Tainted Grail. That's it's like a dark Arthurian legend sort of thing where there's this dark mist that warps everything and it's slowly taking over the world. And so yeah, just talking about that. There's so many cool games out there, so many. But yeah, what kind of cool epic games or stories have you guys been partaking of recently?
Well, as for games made by Epic, I think Gears of War is their most famous.
That actually, I've never really cared for the gameplay, but I watched a video of all of the like cutscenes of it, and I was like, this is actually pretty cool.
It's not a bad story.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an interesting one. It's been a long time since I played it, but their horde mode was so fun. They were like the first ones that did that.
Oh, okay.
And they did like where basically you set up a defense, but I think your defense originally in the very first one was just the weapons you picked up off the ground.
Oh, okay.
It was just
like an RTS, like just
not an RTS, like a third person shooter. Yeah.
Yeah, they were fun because you set up barriers and traps.
Yeah.
And
I think that was the second one they introduced the barriers and traps, made it more epic, and then everyone stole that idea and they were just like, let's put it into everything. I mean, Destiny 2, I've been playing a little bit recently, and they have that too, and so
yeah. Hey, fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay, good stuff. Felipe?
I've been trying to play Baldur's Gate 3,
Oh,
but
yeah.
it's too immersive in a way that if I stop playing for a week, I go back and I have to spend like 2 hours remembering where I was and what I was doing.
Fair.
So I was able to get to Act 3, but there's too much to be done.
Oh, okay.
So I'll have to go back and restart, do it all over, which
enough.
is also fun.
What kind of character are you playing?
Dragonborn Paladin.
Good stuff. I like a good paladin.
Yeah.
Marcus?
I recently started playing Pathfinder Kingmaker.
Oh, yeah.
It's an older one, but I was like, I want to play through this game because I've started it plenty of times, but
Yeah,
I
maybe
never finished it.
that might be something we'll play in the tabletop version at some point in the future.
Yeah.
Because I backed they had a campaign to transport Kingmaker from first edition to second edition
Yeah.
and add all these other things from the video game. So
Yeah, we talked about that. It's just Kingmaker. So many people have done a podcast on Kingmaker.
Yep, it's true.
So how do you make it more interesting than the competition?
Yep,
But something to think about. It's a cool story. So
it really is. John, is there any other one other than Tainted Grail?
board game, video game.
Yeah.
Yeah, playing a lot. A lot of everything, you know.
What was the one you were talking about?
Witcher.
Valheim?
Oh,
Valheim.
Valheim, Witcher, Little Baldur's Gate 3.
What is Valheim? I don't actually
It's
know that one.
a
Vikings.
survival game.
Yeah,
Viking
it's-
survival game.
It's
Okay.
basically Minecraft with Vikings,
Yeah.
better graphics,
Huh.
and more diverse monsters.
Just the feel of sailing is really nice.
Oh, okay.
That alone is worth the game.
Okay.
Just that French horn soundtrack on the sea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's terrifying whenever the sea monsters find you, though, and you're just like, I have no one to protect me.
Yep.
Fair enough. Okay, good stuff. Well, let's get back into it. We fade up again as Rigby is finishing off his kind of introduction. How does he end off his introduction?
And then he says, "That's my coin." You know?
Classic.
That's a good one.
Perfect. All right. Yeah. So you guys find yourself in this this small 10 by 10 room that the Brimarack was hanging out in. There's the altar there. There's another door that you haven't checked out on the south. Yeah, what would you like to do?
Well, I think after Shadowthorn kind of calms down a little bit, Karkesh is like, so why should I not try to kill the enemy?
Because I'm beside the enemy and I'm gonna die? Do you want me to die?
No, but if you do, there's more of you.
We may
No, there's not more of
we
me.
may have to apply some tactics and strategy in our approach to defeating enemies. I think the area effect stuff is great if there is multiple enemies and we're nowhere near them.
New party rule. If you don't see, you don't blast.
Yeah, it just makes it tough if there's only one enemy and we're surrounding him.
But my siblings used to do that all the time. We would,
How long did they live?
but they're mostly dead.
How many siblings do you have?
Right.
Did you
So,
have?
case in point,
Many.
being dead is not the goal. We want to try to stay alive.
You want to live.
But my understanding was that the goal is always to kill the enemy. If you hold it in place, I hit it.
So yes, in your equation, kill enemy, but not at cost of friends.
Brute.
Oh,
He speaks brute.
Oh, think it like that. We don't have replacements.
but Zakar was here. Now there's two others.
We're lucky.
Okay, so you are like the valued enemy on the other side. On my side, I protect while trying to kill them. But what if there's more of them than I
I have an idea. What if you went first, did your area of attack, and then we moved in?
I see that I should
Roll better initiative.
I see that I should endeavor not to hit you at the success of killing the enemy always.
Yes. No, don't kill us. That's the protect us is first priority. Killing enemies second priority.
Okay, but I just want you to be aware that you will eventually die at some point.
It better not be by your hand, or I will come back and haunt you and then kill you myself.
If you are able to do that, I would be very impressed. You will have to teach me how to.
I will make it happen, but you'll be dead already. So
Okay, I can work with this.
All right. Perfect. Okay.
So yes, Karkesh is now a little bit more convinced to protect the allies. I'm not gonna say he's 100% convinced to not ever catch you guys in a area effect.
No, I don't think that even is realistic. Anyways, I
Yeah.
think you will occasionally catch us. This was just very unfortunate to
4
all
allies.
of us,
and
and
one
I
enemy.
would say roll once for everybody. Just
Yeah,
it
just
just
for
speeds things up. And
Yeah. He can. It will depend on the theme. If it's especially epic, I might roll individually, but I'll try to
Yeah.
do the one.
or
That's
just
fair.
do
That's fair.
different dice sets for different characters.
I could do that.
roll them all at once.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Well, oftentimes, like what I did with the concealment, for example, is I rolled 2 d20s and
Bless
just
you.
and said one of them is concealment, the other one is to hit. So I just rolled once, but I covered both. And you can do that with damage too. You can roll the damage right away as well, right? Natural 20, 4 points of damage, done. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
That's a terrible natural 20.
Yeah.
I may also
was.
just, if I know I'm going to do a spell, I might just roll all the damage ahead of time and then just be like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
And
I don't
then
know.
depends on
I
that.
don't
But-
mind it. I like it, the lingering of it. It's fun.
Right.
I think there's a time and place for that. Indeed.
Yeah.
But
I've been editing some of these episodes, and it's like, wow, there's a lot of lulls waiting for numbers, like hearing numbers, right? It's like it could be like 2-3 seconds of silence, and then there's a number being said. And
yeah, it's
so-
either a 1 or 20 for me.
Yeah.
Just makes it.
just
you
flip
just
a
gotta
coin.
get to the point.
Just flip a coin now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. So yeah, Karkesh is there and is now going to move his attention onto that dagger.
Okay, sounds good.
The dagger.
Dagger.
Isn't
Yeah,
there
yeah,
a
in the altar.
fireball thing, crystalline thing above us?
Yeah, there's flickering light in the center of a Sahedron star, a 7-pointed star carved into the ceiling. So that's got light. But then there's on top of the altar there's a silver bowl with a dagger balanced on the edge of it.
Oh,
Yeah,
I missed that somehow.
he's gonna investigate that.
Okay.
I'm gonna open that door.
Just a 7-pointed star, like 7-point.
Okay.
Should I roll
Ooh.
cult or?
Sure, you can roll occult. And I'll tell you, Kyle or Marcus, that opening up that southern door, you find an ancient cloakroom.
Ooh.
That there was a bunch of robes that have long since decayed away, but there is a green and orange robe that is still hanging there, emblazoned with a rune that matches the one on the altar.
I would like to grab this
Okay.
and throw it at our investigator and be like, see if you can make anything of it.
I'm hiding in cover after our last incident with you opening things.
Right. I admit I thought there was nothing there. I must have somehow missed it by 2. Also, aren't you good at percepting traps? Like, you missed it clearly as well.
I thought you were an expert in your field.
But you missed it too.
I will not be trusting your judgment rolls anymore.
That's fair.
What do we use to evaluate it?
Do arcane, I guess.
I also got 14 on my occult.
14.
14 total.
Okay. You recognize that there's a rune on the there's a rune etched into the blade, and actually, because you saw another rune earlier on the altar that Glorcus was next to,
Yeah.
that it's a rune of Abraxas.
Ooh.
And
12.
12. What were you doing?
I was investigating the
Robe.
Oh, the robe. Yeah, it's you're really not sure. It probably is magical because it's got because it's still in good shape. Like, it still feels like it's in it hasn't decayed at all. But you're not able to determine anything
Okay,
beyond
so
that.
It's magical, but
We have
I don't do with magic too well.
May I see?
we have somebody tracking loot for the party.
I track what's on me.
Yep. Well, we don't have any loot yet so far
We don't have any party loot.
in here.
Well,
Then who's got the cloak? Like, are we
Yeah.
actually dividing everything up?
Well, I just got past the cloak to investigate it.
sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess I will investigate the cloak.
Okay. That's an like I said, an Arcana check.
Ooh, natural 20.
All right.
So that is a total of a 28.
I should have had you roll religion instead, but that's okay. You still figured it out. It is a cultist cowl, is what it's known as.
Ooh.
That's a rune?
It has a rune on it.
Oh, you weren't investigating the rune. Okay.
The actual cowl itself, because the cowl is magical, I presume, is why you were doing that.
Yeah. So cultist cowl.
Yeah.
Do I know what it does?
Sure. I'll just read the whole thing. The fabric of a cultist cowl is either raspy burlap, durable cotton, or fine silk, depending on the item's power and the implied import of the worshiper who wears it. When a character who worships a single deity dons a cultist cowl, the cowl's colors change to match those sacred to that deity, and the deity's symbol or rune appears on the lower front of the cowl that hangs just over the chest. These colors and symbols remain until a different worshiper wears the cowl. Well worn, you get a +1 item bonus to religion checks, and you also get a +1 item bonus to all skill checks attempted to aid a ritual by being a secondary caster.
Interesting.
Pretty cool.
And it's like it would replace like leather armor or something?
No, it's a cowl, so it's like a hood. So it would take up a head slot, not a body slot. So you could wear this with armor, no problem.
Okay. Is party wise, like, I don't want to just take everything, but Karkesh is interested in it, and he's going to maybe fasten it if no one else shows interest.
Okay.
It's not Shadowthorn's thing.
Sorry, what does the rune do again?
The rune shows the deity that the wearer follows.
Man, this thing's gonna be changing color every 5 seconds.
No, actually, if you put it on, nothing happens. It'll just stay the same.
It doesn't change color with the deity you follow?
It does, but he doesn't follow a deity.
Yeah, if anything, it might show Karkesh as a symbol.
Oh my goodness.
It's just gray. Nothing special about it.
Yeah, he would put it on, and it might actually just change color to shift to match kind of his scales and such, because but he knows this, others don't.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
Wait, don't you worship a deity though?
No,
As a paladin, you don't have a.
I'm not a paladin.
Oh, you're a
Fighter.
Fighter.
He does believe that there are deities and gods, but he believes that you make your own destiny.
Oh,
Fair, fair.
cultist cowl, and it does +1 diplomacy and +1 ritual or something.
+1 to religion checks, and +1 when aiding a ritual.
Oh, okay.
But if you just put down cultist cowl, we can. Well, I mean, you can write that description, or we could just look it up when it becomes relevant. But +1 item bonus to religion checks. It's nothing to sneeze at.
Got you. Are we going to rest, or how are we doing for healing wise? Because we're run out of treat wounds. We can't do that anymore. I've run out of potion. I don't have any more potions.
Did we not do a short rest during our intermission?
Did we?
Rigby explaining his life story and just what he's doing here.
Yeah.
And I'll cast a 3-action heal, and I'll just roll once for everyone here.
Sounds good. Real good.
Everyone heals 6.
Oh, nice.
The demon comes back to life.
Okay, yeah, I'm good. I'm only 7 points down now. I feel a lot better.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
I'm
Getting
full
better.
health, but I'm
22 down.
out of level 1 spell slots.
Okay.
Any more healing?
I think we should head back to that hallway. And you said there's numerous doors on this hallway, correct?
There are numerous doors in the hallway. Before you get to that, though, we were investigating a knife.
Yeah.
You take the knife off the edge of the silver bowl. You look at it. You see that it's got actually cold to the touch. It's got a rune of Abraxas etched on the blade. And actually, now that you're closer, you can see that there's a number of garnet beads inside the bowl.
Oh, garnet beads. What are garnet beads?
Did we roll a religion
Beads.
check on Abraxas?
You did. You found out that Abraxas was a demon lord of forbidden lore, magic, and snakes.
I wonder if that deity has something to do with Lualia's corpse going missing.
Yeah.
Could be.
And
What about
garnet.
that crack on the wall?
What are garnet beads?
Yeah, that's
Garnet is a
We
type
have been on the
type
other side of
stone,
that
I
cr-
believe, but they're
Oh.
just like
Oh, it's
they're
like
just
money.
precious beads.
There's some precious stones here. Who would like them? And there's the silver bowl and the garnet beads, but
Yeah, we haven't really discussed this, I guess, metagaming wise. Are we like individually just tracking loot, or are we working as a team?
Mainly individual, but it wouldn't be bad to have party loot.
Yeah, I think game wise it makes sense to work together, but character wise, maybe not yet.
yeah, if I'm doing the note taking, but so taking down some of the party loot would be extra that I might struggle with a little bit. But I can take down at least what I carry on me.
Yeah, like if we're specifically saying, okay, I'm taking this, then I will put it to my list. But if it's like, oh, there's like 400 gold pieces, then
Yeah.
we'll probably end up just dividing that or something. So
Yeah, Karkesh isn't too concerned with like payout type thing. It would be like money if someone took that for splitting. So that's kind of him picking up the silver bowl and holding it out and saying, "Look, money."
yeah, like I don't
don't
care. Like as for Kaya, I mean, it'd be nice to benefit from loot at some point, because that's how you get better gear and better AC and better to hit and all that just stuff. But
Shadowthorn is interested in the money,
Okay.
Those were
yeah, money too. Yeah, me too, for sure.
so
Ain't working for free.
So we split it by 4.
What are we splitting by?
we don't have money
the
though.
beads.
Oh, the beads.
Yes, there are beads in the bowl.
Are they
is
magical
silver.
beads?
mole is silver.
They magical beads?
They are not.
I'm interested actually in the light that's above.
Yep. In the center of the Sahedron star. It's a continual flame spell.
Is it like a bubble? Or what is it?
No, it looks like the center of the ceiling is literally on fire.
Yeah, but is it like, can I take it?
No. Well, I suppose if you like carved out that part of the ceiling, you could probably take it, but it's like the stone has it cast on it.
Yeah, I don't see why you would.
Oh, okay.
It's not helping.
I thought
us.
it was like a light that came down. It was just like in a ball or something.
Okay.
So it's just the ceiling has light.
Yeah. How's Bixby doing for vision? You have low light vision or dark vision?
I believe I do have low light vision.
Right.
Yeah, in here, there's somewhat regular stars carved with continual flames in there. Just this one on the roof of this particular room is significantly larger, but the hallways have the lights flickering along them.
Okay, I want to move this along. Let's go to the next room.
No one's getting the beads. I'll get the bowl and the beads if no one asks for it.
I'm not gonna specifically ask for it. Like, I just want a portion of the wealth. That's all I care about. So
Yes, that would be valuable. You can carry. Meanwhile, I've got the dagger, unless it hurts me.
It doesn't hurt you. However, as you're looking at it and flipping it around, you notice that that there's a little clasp that holds the pommel.
Clasp that holds the
Yeah, it holds the pommel to the rest of the blade.
Oh, so you can like take off the pommel. Yeah, Karkesh will pop that off and take a
Okay.
look.
Inside, you find a very high quality garnet bead.
Ooh,
It is quite shiny, very pretty.
quite shiny, very pretty.
Do you tell anyone about this?
He will open that and look and go, and then he'll close the clasp for now.
Yep, fair enough. Okay. Great. That is what you find. Where
He
to
goes,
next?
do
this dagger may be
do
for
we want to
sacrifice.
hit the first door? Like, heading back out of this room down towards the hallway that we came from. There's a door to the south that we walked past on the way here.
Yep.
Do we want to go in there first? Check out what's going on in there.
First, you mentioned you have bones that you don't know if they're the ones you're looking for.
They
Yes.
found.
Yeah, they're on the far side of the dungeon. They're laying over here.
Oh yeah, we left them behind.
I could take a look at them, but yeah, we can
Do that
on the
later.
way
I don't
back.
know if it's really relevant at the moment.
I was curious on the dagger. Just because I do use daggers.
Yeah, I like hold the dagger and I go, this dagger seems to be of.
Did any of us roll on the dagger?
I did.
He rolled to identify the rune on it.
Just the rune on it. Okay.
It's a rune of.
I thought that was the rune on the cloak. So there's a rune on the cloak and on the dagger.
Yes.
What was the rune on the dagger again? Sorry.
Of the
Same.
demon lord.
Yeah.
You do use daggers and Karkesh does not. So as we're kind of leaving the room, he'll go, Shadowthorn, this dagger is, I think, ceremonial. The clasp undoes, but see if you can use it.
Okay. So I'll take the dagger then. Is it a +1 dagger? Sorry, I missed that part.
No, it is not. It does not have any magical properties. However, it is cold to the touch.
Is that unusual?
Yeah.
Okay. Cold to touch.
What if
Make
it does
note.
cold damage, maybe, or
It's
iron?
Probably sapping life force.
I'm hoping it's like a lightsaber, so I can just like interchange like gems and crystals into it. You know, change the color, change the damage type.
Perfect.
Yeah, so he shows you the clasp and gives you the dagger.
Okay. I'll take the dagger then.
Okay. Sounds
It has
good.
a rune of Abraxas on it.
It does. That's carved into the blade. All right. So you guys head out back down the hallway, and Kyle, are you taking point?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you want to check that door?
In what order are we lining up here? Shadowthorn behind me.
I will do it myself, and if you're doing it,
I'm
I'm
not worried.
standing 50 feet back.
I'd like to be in the front.
I'd like to be behind him.
because I'm the tank. Well, you can
Behind
go
the
first.
kobold.
That's fine.
If you, yeah, I'm gonna just do the door part,
Okay.
and then I'll take a step back. I think that's how we should do this. So you just chill for a sec beside me. Don't
Uh-huh.
touch the door.
I'm plenty
No
chill.
touchy.
I'm plenty chill.
You need to check the door. You can check the door.
No, don't touch the door. No one is touching the door but me. Okay, I'm going to roll for the door. What is it again? Thievery?
To check for traps?
Yeah.
It's perception.
Perception. Okay.
Yep.
Does not my thievery have anything to do with traps as well?
That's for disarming them.
disable or pick a lock.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're checking the door. There's. I just want to check for. Yeah, just perception on it, I guess, for now.
100%. Pat it down. Make sure it's not. Frisk the door.
I'm still gonna stand like 50 feet back.
Really long arms there.
Okay, so I got a 26.
26. You detect that the door is locked.
I can do it. I'm a locksmith.
Yep. Nope. No traps. You don't find any traps.
Everyone's crowding around me. Okay, I'm gonna use my thievery and then pick a lock.
Okay. Do you happen to have lockpicks?
I believe I do.
Great.
A thieving kit.
I have these tools kit.
Yep.
Thieves
That'll have it.
I'll have to keep track of any order. Okay. Just go with that. Okay, good. I got a 17.
17. The lock holds firm.
Okay, let me try it.
He deals with locks all the time at the bar.
Oh yeah, do you know this?
I do. I am. I'm a locksmith
Why
as
are you
well.
why are you doing this at the bar?
Like I imagine you often would just have like a lock you're working on sitting at the bar.
I do. I deal with locks. Look.
Okay, I'm gonna like stand 30 feet back as I watch.
Just hide around the corner.
Yeah. I'm going in the back.
Okay. Sounds good. Give
Just
it a
like
shot.
you go nuts, man.
Where's your dog? Next to you?
Yeah, dog's always beside me unless stated.
That's an 11.
And left.
I rolled a 4.
So that's a critical failure. So I'm going to say that your lockpick snaps.
All right. Let's
You
just,
ruined it
let's-
before I tried.
You tightened it before I got
Did
here.
you leave something in here?
I didn't do
You
anything.
gotta leave it to the professionals to do it first.
All right. Now I have to pick around. Let's go to the next door.
Okay.
Oh, what about this? And I'm gonna gouging claw and attack the door's lock. It's a cantrip,
Yeah.
and I basically am just attaching the door latch.
Okay. I'm going to... That's not really how it works. You can try and force open the door or pick the lock. Or if you can find a key to unlock it, you can try that. But like attacking the door, I suppose you could try that. Yeah, it's got like hardness and stuff. Sure, go for it.
Okay.
Is it a wooden door? Do you have the stats there?
They're all stone. Everything down here is stone.
Nah, I'm 50
Do you have
feet
the stats
back, so
there?
I think he's
Yep.
gonna cast an AoE spell on it.
So 17 to hit.
You don't need to roll to hit the door. It does not dodge.
Oh,
As it so happens.
does it bleed?
It doesn't. Good question.
Well, the damage from gouging claw is. Oh, I did pretty decent. 13.
13. The stone is unblemished.
Okay,
And
I've seen enough. I'm walking to the next door
Okay.
and I'm opening it.
Sounds good.
Slash it, and it does not work.
This is
Okay,
taking
so
too
you
long.
head further down the hallway and check the next door on the south edge of the hallway. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm opening the door. I don't know if people are following me or not. I have enough knocking down this empty door or not.
Okay.
Enough wasting time.
All right. That door is not locked. You bust open the door, and you see a wooden desk that sits near a tipped-over chair lying on the ground. There's layers of dust that cover the desk and several scrolls and ledgers sitting atop it. A large map is displayed on the wall opposite it. While the colors are faded, it's still mostly legible. Doors sit in the north and south walls. You're coming in through the north one.
Where did everyone go? I will try and find Kyle.
Yeah.
I leave the door.
Keep on attacking it a few times, and it's like, oh, this isn't working.
I'll stay there.
Okay, are you guys
I
following
don't
or
want
are you
him to
guys
believe
staying
it.
where you
No,
are?
I'm gonna stay there and I'm gonna try my lock tricks on the door again.
Yeah.
I followed. I come with you, and I'll search the room to see if there's any. I'm actually going to use detect magic as I have as innate. If there anything
Yeah.
magical in here.
That's great. Let me see.
Big B, what are you doing? Or Rigby, or whatever.
I want to try to make Shadowthorn believe it's his fault that I didn't open the door.
Sounds good.
You do detect a little bit of magic.
Oh, I detect a little bit of magic in the room, kind of near the desk, or
If you do you have heightened?
let's
Like,
see.
because a basic detect magic just is like, yes, there is magic, and then you have to get higher and higher level before it's like the magic is directly there. And
Oh
then
yeah,
what
the
kind.
presence or absence of magic, because it's just it's part of my caster arcane sense.
Mm-hmm.
So it's heightened rank 2.
What does that do?
Doesn't look like it does anything till it's heightened 3rd.
Okay, so yeah, you just can detect that there is magic in the area.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll for lockpicking again. I'm gonna prove to this guy that I can do this.
I'll investigate the room until I find something
Yep.
magical.
Sounds good.
Or I'll do an investigate.
I rolled a 22.
22. Block holds firm.
Oh.
Hold on, I'm not done yet. Just
Okay.
give me a moment. I didn't break my picks at least.
No. So Kyle and Karkesh are checking out this new room while Rigby and Shadowthorn are
Picking a
mucking
different
around with the
door.
lock.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Sounds
take a look in the desk. I'm more interested in like the papers and stuff, unless I find something else. But I guess that's more specifically what I'm looking at. 'Cause
Yeah. I'll also roll a perception on the room as well,
Okay.
if I may.
Yeah, 100%. Go ahead and roll those.
Can I use my like one of my occultisms or something in order to try and identify? Because this seems
Identify
to be
what?
this seems to be like a ancient religious and a lot of cultish stuff going on. So I'm looking for something more like magical writing or some such.
Okay.
I also have cult lore as one of my skills.
Oh, okay. That's this.
no
This
reason.
room in particular doesn't have anything that really pertains to that. There's there's the map on the wall. There's some notes and ledgers and stuff, but nothing that's particularly cultish. Nothing particularly religious in here.
What are all the papers about?
That's a great question. What did you get for your perception, Kyle?
17.
17. Okay. So searching around, you of course see the big map that's pinned to the wall. It's got some notes on it. We can get to that in a minute. You find that. I'm just going to say that you open up the door to the south because it's just a storeroom behind there, and just to move it along.
Oh, okay.
Inside there, you find that there's a key ring that has a pair of keys on it.
Nice.
Um,
Meanwhile, what are you guys still
Oh yeah,
doing?
can I roll again?
No,
There-
no,
Hey,
I haven't broke my picks yet. That's the rule.
there also is
That's a Skyrim roll.
an old and fragile scroll sitting next to the keys.
I passed the scroll to Karkesh.
Okay,
I will read the scroll.
sounds good. It's written in a language, specifically Thessalonian. Do you speak Thessalonian?
I do not speak Thessalonian, but considering the runes and stuff and that I've been able to identify that this is Thessalonian runes, I'm probably able to identify that those are Thessalonian.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, I'm like, oh, those hermits will like this. And I will bag that.
Sounds good.
Third try.
Okay.
And I look at you, Kyle, and I'm like, yeah, they will probably pay us for this.
19.
19 doesn't
I
budge.
walk over to that door with the keys and I'll be like, try these. And I hand it to you because, I mean, I'm not.
And because I'm stubborn, I'm gonna try to lockpick it again.
Is it John that's stubborn or is it Shadowthorn?
Nope, Shadowthorn.
Okay.
He's working on it. Not 20.
Click.
I told you. See, I had a point to prove. I told you I could do
Are
this.
you following us, Karkesh, or are you staying in that room?
I mean,
Are we
after
finished
4
searching
tries.
that room?
That room's done. Hey,
You didn't spend any time really looking at the map, but other than that, yeah, there's.
Well,
I guess
just
I
just
would-
pack it up, like take it with you.
yeah, I would look at the map. Like, can I even take it down off the wall?
You can.
Oh, I would take it down off the wall.
Okay,
Yeah.
sounds good.
So now I still feel satisfied. I
And-
have my purpose.
And
in
maybe I'll
place
tell
in the party.
Karkesh, like, let's spend
I can do
some time
something.
studying this later.
Yes, I agree, and I'll use prestidigitation as I need in order to clean up the map and keep it in good condition.
Okay. Yeah, it's written on like a very tough paper, and so it's lasted a lot better than any other ledgers or scrolls that you found in the main room, which crumble when you try to pick them up. Okay.
Okay, I will be right behind you, Kyle.
Kyle, door's all yours. Have fun. I did my part.
Okay.
All right. You
Oh,
open.
no, okay. Well, I guess you're opening the door for him. Perfect.
No. I'm allowing you to take my spot now. I'm backing off.
Oh, yeah.
You said you're the tank that wants to walk in first, so
Well,
What's a
if yeah, unless you want me to just sit in the back, which it would be useless.
no, you go ahead. You open the door.
Well, Ryan opened the door while you're standing in front of it.
It doesn't matter. It's not trapped.
Okay, well, what do we see from where I'm standing?
There are thick layers of ash that cover mostly empty weapon racks in this room. Although an old sword and a small stack of arrows sit on a shelf in the southeast corner. A single 7-pointed star is carved in the ceiling, and at its center flickers a strange blue fire that periodically trails what appears to be snowflakes that melt away to nothingness before they reach the floor. What appears to be a scorch mark radiates from under the door to the south, as if a great explosion some time long ago burst into the room from beyond, or burst in the room beyond.
Yeah, it could either be that door could be trapped or has been trapped in the past, and maybe it's not anymore. But I relay this information to you, and you can probably see that from where you are.
Yeah.
But I'll take a 5-foot step into the room, shield up.
Okay. You go in. The Sahedron's blue flame flashes brightly, and you feel the temperature of the room suddenly drop, and then the flame flickers and dies.
Okay. Cool.
And he's frozen in carbonite forever.
It's totally fine.
Cool.
Where's-
All right. I guess are people coming in to check this room out, or what's the plan here?
Yeah.
Are we waiting for something?
Nothing
I'm just
blew
waiting
up,
for
so
everyone
no,
else
we
to go
can
in first. Watch in the rear.
Okay, let me through. I'll go through.
Sounds good.
Come on, Rigby.
I hate that I
Yeah,
have to move it
Glenn.
around the walls. I can't drag it through walls.
Interesting. Yeah, I'll come in and I'll do another detect magic.
Yep, there's lots of magic in here.
Lots of magic in here. There's lots of magic in here.
I will say that you feel like you wouldn't really get that much information because there's the continual flame spells that are pretty consistent along the walls. So you're not sure if those would trigger it, but the fact that everything in here is decayed except for like the sword and arrows and stuff. You think it's pretty safe to believe that those are magical.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point. Is like I'll go up to those and I'll be like, I think these, Kyle, I think this sword is likely magical. As is
What's that
the
sword?
bow.
What kind of weapon is it?
It is a long sword.
And it's magical?
It
Most
will-
likely.
Yes.
Sword two-handed or one-handed?
It's one-handed.
One-handed, but versatile, aren't they? Or that's D&D.
Long sword, I believe you can switch it to two-hand. I can't remember.
I think so. But
Something
I'm grabbing that sword and I want to inspect it.
Sounds good.
Do I need to roll something?
Yeah, craft or arcana.
I'll roll a craft.
Okay.
Nope.
And I'll roll an Arcana on the bow.
Okay. Sounds good. It's not a bow, it's arrows.
Oh, just arrows. I'll roll an Arcana on the arrows.
Yep.
19.
Okay. There are 6 arrows that are beacon shots, is what they are called.
Beacon shots. Because you have a bow, right, Shadowthorn?
I do.
Yeah. beacon shots.
Yeah. The shaft of the beacon shot is studded with tiny flecks of glimmering gemstones. When it hits a target, it spews sparks for a minute, which makes it so it can, if you hit an invisible creature or something like that, makes it so that you can still identify them.
Oh.
They actually don't have a bow, have a crossbow. So is there a difference between bolts and
Yeah.
arrows in this universe?
Bolts and
Okay.
arrows are different.
Okay.
That being said, 6 of them are beacon shots, but one of them you look at and it's got a different sheen to it. It's got a brighter end to it. The head of that arrow is made from gleaming copper, and you detect that it is what's known as a storm arrow.
Ooh.
So when that hits somebody, it's hit. The target is buffeted by raging winds and struck by a bolt of lightning.
Ooh.
So that's yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I look at those and I go, oh, Shadowthorn, I have some magical arrows here if you like.
Yeah, I'll take those away. Once you explain what that does, I hear Karkesh and lightning, and I'll,
You know what?
I'll hold
Maybe
on
I'll
to
take
those.
that.
Yeah.
I'll hand Karkesh the sword and be like, what can you make of this?
Yeah, I'll investigate the sword.
Sounds good.
Ooh, a really good roll, 26.
It's a +1 cold iron longsword, and now that you're really looking at it, you're like, oh, cold iron. I think that dagger that we found earlier is also cold
Oh,
iron.
I'm taking that weapon unless somebody wants to fight me for it. As in, argue for it, not fight.
Yeah, Kargesh will be like, oh, this is a fairly powerful cold iron sword. Definitely magical. Yes, it would be, because cold iron's good for undead.
Demons?
Or Fey or something.
Fey.
Fey.
yeah.
I go, this would be very effective against Fey creatures.
Because I'm using a long sword right now, it's just not magical, so
Yeah.
I would swap it out probably.
Yeah, so I passed that to you because the longsword's almost as tall as me.
Yeah, you got. Can I get a round of perceptions for us noticing anything else in there?
21.
Ooh. 23.
All right, that's good enough. You also find that there are 2 stones with runes carved into them, covered in dust on the floor in the northwest corner. They are striking runes.
Striking runes.
Yes,
What
so
is
it's
that?
a rune that you can transfer onto a weapon, and it turns
Oh.
it into a striking weapon, which means mechanically
+1 to
that
hit.
no. Mechanically, what that does is it changes it from 1d8 or whatever to 2d whatever.
Oh, it's for damage, not
Yeah.
to hit.
Oh, is it a rune carved into a stone?
yeah.
Of
So
some kind?
they're rune
a dagger.
rune stones. So you can transfer
There's
them.
2 of
on.
them.
Because you
There's
have
2
only
of
like
them.
you have a slot in the dagger.
Oh.
Would be good for melee weapons, or is it for all weapons?
It can. I believe it's for any weapon.
Okay.
Striking. Can that be attached with another runestone? So I can do my
What do you mean?
+1
Yes,
plus a
+1
striking?
and striking. They're both what are called fundamental runes, and
Yeah.
so you actually have to have those ones on before you can really add any of the weird ones.
Okay, I would like one of those, if not 2.
Yeah,
I mean, I would like one too, but
I explain what they are, and I don't use weapons, so I will hand them to the 2 people.
I don't care for the weapons,
Yeah.
but I care for the cash.
yeah, I'd like to take one of the striking.
Yeah.
I would like to anyway.
Yeah, Karkesh will hold them up and go, oh, these runes will help.
I'll take one of the striking as well.
Yeah, so you
And
guys-
it's like a little bit of downtime will get us to put those on, right?
Yes, it takes about 8 hours or something.
Yeah, I do have a crafting skill. I could try it, but
Okay.
not now.
What do we find other loot, or did you search for other loot and gold?
Is there anything weird in the room or anything that's remotely interesting?
It's just broken down shelves and stuff, empty weapon racks. It's just those magical
Okay.
things,
Yeah.
and the blue flame in the roof was interesting, but it sputtered out to nothing. So
Okay.
which I didn't see.
Well, while they're talking, can I just go back to the other room they were just to see if there's anything in there that they missed?
oh, the map room.
Yeah.
Sure, you can. You, now that they've taken the map out and those pair of keys, then there isn't really anything else. Oh, and also the scroll. There isn't anything else of any use in there.
Okay.
Shadowthorn, you want to inspect this door?
Yep. I'll inspect it, or unless our inspector wants to take a crack.
Sure.
So this is in the weapon room that you want to
Yeah.
inspect the south door.
Yep.
Okay, sounds good.
Perception.
I'm still standing far back.
I'll take a seat at the far side of the door, and I'll make my notes on some of these ruins and stuff.
27.
27 perception. You detect no traps.
I guarantee there are no traps here.
That's what I thought last time too.
Yeah, that's what Kyle said.
Yeah.
To be fair,
True.
the door wasn't trapped, the room was trapped. So that's why you didn't detect anything before.
I'm still standing back while someone else
Is it locked?
walks to the door.
It is locked.
Okay. I'll try to unlock it.
We have keys now.
Yeah, you have. I still. I gave you guys the keys. I'm not holding the keys.
Do you have the keys? I'll still try to unlock it.
Sure, I'll give you the keys.
You
That
pop
is a
up.
26.
You
We
unlock.
don't use keys here, okay?
While keeping eye contact with Shadowthorn. This is how it's done.
No, Shadowthorn said he's not anywhere near the door, so you don't make any eye contact with him. He can barely see you working
Oh,
on
I
that
hear
door.
it. I hear it. I hear it.
Click.
Yeah.
I grumble about something else. You got so lucky. You broke yours the first time, though. Remember that.
Of course, you dented it.
Okay. Let me.
Well,
All
it's
right,
open.
you
I won't open it.
successfully
It's unlocked.
unlock the door.
It's unlocked.
Whoever wants to open it.
I'd
please
like
ahead.
to go
I'm-
first.
I'm too short for this.
Okay,
Who needs
I
keys?
open
We're
the
just gonna have a
door.
long picking challenge this whole time.
All right, you open the door and nothing immediately tries to kill you. The walls, floor, and ceiling of this long, pitch black hall, so this one does not have any continual flames, are blasted black with soot, and a fine layer of ash covers the floor. Scattered here and there are heaps of ash from which a few fragments of bone protrude. The tunnel heads further to the west into darkness.
I'm not taking another step till the whole party's ready to move on.
I will step past you.
Oh,
There we go.
there you go.
I'm not moving until everybody's whoop. There we go.
Karkesh is just leading the charge.
I step in, and as I step into the fairly open chamber, I will try and stealth into it as I kind of cross the threshold. Like, I'm small, so if there's like a pile of ash or something, I'll make my way to it, but...
Okay, there are several piles of ash.
Ooh.
Yeah, great.
Actually, I probably don't mind ash at all, because I'm kind of like from the ashlands and such like that.
Okay, fair
Yeah,
enough.
I'll follow Karkesh then.
Okay. All right, sounds good.
Yeah, so I'm not afraid of getting myself covered in ash as I kind of go through and use it to soften my step. Actually, I think I'll use the ash to soften my step and conceal myself visibly. Like I actually just go right into almost.
What did you roll in stealth?
I'll roll a stealth.
Yeah. Do it. Roll that stealth.
Ooh, not bad. 20.
Pretty good.
I'll before Karkesh keeps moving any further, I'll be like, Karkesh, maybe we should wait for the others, just in case there's danger.
There's always danger, and I hide.
You just keep going anyway.
I kind of move in, but like out of unless you see me with your perception, I'm still near the door.
I mean,
but
yeah, you're not actually hidden from me. You're right in front of me.
Yeah, so,
Right, so-
I don't move much further in.
Okay.
You do see me waiting, but waiting and hiding.
Sounds good.
I'll just hold the door open for Aragorn with a smug face.
I will, yeah, I'm gonna go in stealth as well.
Okay.
16.
Okay. You're also sneaking.
Okay.
I'll
So
try
I
to-
will also, I don't know, just push me forward somewhere. I want to look around the corner stealthily.
Okay.
I'll go in after everybody.
But
Yeah.
Karkesh was wanting to look, like, examine the one of the piles of soot, as well as cover yourself in ash.
Yeah, well, like he would not bother not covering himself in ash, but he's not making a special effort to.
Okay.
But he is going to look through the different piles of bones as he moves along.
Okay. Make me an Arcana check.
Is there lights in here or no lights in here?
There are no lights in here.
Okay.
19 on Arcana.
19. I mean, it must have been some sort of wild fire blast that made this happen, but you can't really determine much more than that.
I whisper to Karkash, did you check for traps?
No.
Wildfire blasts.
Wildfire blast. Oh, yeah, I guess I'll look around and see if I can see any sort of a magical trap and kind of use my detect magic too.
Okay. You don't. It's a 30-foot emanation, something like that. I believe it's 30 foot.
30 foot.
I'm gonna say that yeah, you do detect magic because there's lots of magic.
Okay. So I detect magic. I would be able to identify magic that I'm well aware of out of that.
Yeah.
So, like, is there anything that is foreign that I haven't picked up?
No, not that you. Not in this area.
Okay, then I would move more confidently through it.
Okay.
Still in stealth, but yeah, I'd make my way through the room near the edges and not make any special effort to be seen even by my allies.
Okay.
Can I roll for perception? Pressure plates? Any other things I would notice?
Sure. Go ahead and roll perception.
17.
17. You notice there's as you're looking around, there's an odd, a very odd impression in the eastern wall of this room. It almost looks like it's a doorway made of ash. Like it's not wooden, it's not stone, it's made of ash.
This ash on the floor, ash bones and
Yeah,
and
little piles.
How old does it look? Like, does it look like it's also ancient? Like the
Yeah,
the
like
place
it's ash and dust.
that burned a good while ago.
Yeah.
So I lean over, Karkash, try running through the wall here.
I foresee no problems.
Is it this door that's about 5-10 feet away from us that you're
It's-
talking about?
no,
Is the
on the-
ash one?
On the east wall.
East wall.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what's in the west wall?
Right next to us?
Yep.
Okay, Karkesh he's got his ash on and goes, he's going to put two and two together that maybe he should be covered in ash to go through the ash.
All right.
So he will do that, and then he will go, okay, I will duck. And he ducks. And yeah, he will crouch and go through, walk into it, kind of like pushing in. And then if it, like, does it budge or anything? That's not my die.
Okay, so you go. Sorry, you go up and you push at the like.
At the ash.
Okay,
I'm taking a step back before you say anything.
crumbles into a pile on the floor, and reveals a new room.
Ooh.
Looking through, the room's wall, floor, and ceiling are caked with a thick layer of dark soot and ash, just like where you came from. And a 5-foot wide, 2-foot tall slab of red stone stands in the middle of the room. Its top is etched with the image of a 7-pointed star, and surrounding it stand 5 more slabs of red stone. These red pylons and the central stone are curiously devoid of any ash or soot, much different from everything else. And occasionally, these red pylons seem to shimmer with faint, fiery energy.
I will try to investigate them with kind of like magical understanding to see, like, are these traps? Because the last time I saw something similar, it was a trap.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Okay. Yeah, you can go ahead and make me an Arcana check.
Let's do the green
I just
die.
have my hand on my ear waiting to hear an explosion.
20.
20. Okay, so you go up, you like get close to it, you wave your hands around around, like feeling kind of the energy of it. You can feel that it still does have energy, and it's radiating heat. But as you're looking at it, you're distracted, and you miss as several creatures rise up. These the piles of ashes inside the room rise and catch flame as 3 fiery ashen figures move to attack you. But we will deal with that next time.